Alright, so let's see. It's about the only job going back towards California, really, that I can see. So I guess that would be what we take. I just hope that there's going to be no accidents or anything that's going to delay this truck. But I'm pretty sure everybody wishes for the same thing. So it's always just, trying to get it, ready to go. So I'm hoping that I can get this truck up to where we got to drop this. Maybe get a lucrative backhaul going up towards where we're out of, but I don't think that that's gonna happen in California. But who knows? I mean, I've seen weird things happen before, so I'm hoping that I figure out where we gotta go. But first, I gotta get my truck kind of repaired. I've been delaying repairs, so. Besides, I gotta fill up the tank. The tank's a little bit empty too, so I might as well do both of those. Get fuel, and then get repaired, and then back on the road we go, They're all within the same way I gotta go anyway to get out of here, so. I don't see no harm in doing both, Getting fuel, and then getting, just some minor repairs on the truck, and we should be good to go again. So. Kind of like one of those, well, you delay repairs, breakdowns could happen, so I'd rather get this truck repaired, as soon as possible. And that being after, of course, we get some fuel in the tanks, because I don't want to repair it and then have to get fuel. I could have just got fuel, then got it repaired, so that's what we're gonna go for in this scenario. That's the way I'm gonna go with it, because the gas station is before the repair shop, so that's what I'm going with. I hope it all works. Alright, let's see if we can get this truck there. We're gonna, like I was saying, we're gonna get the fuel, fill our tanks. And then once our tanks are full, get repaired. Just a couple of minor repairs, like the tires are kind of getting worn out, so gonna have to change those. Thought it might be able to maybe make them another run, but I've already delayed them, this far, so I might as well get the fuel, get it repaired, then, back off we go on the road with this load, so. I knew I had to go, well, I mean, I could have gone this way anyway, or I could not have, but got right there on the highway, that's where it was trying to make me go, but I mean, I might as well get fuel, get repairs, and then that way when I get out on the road, nothing happens, right? That's at least my logic behind it. If it's got full tanks, good working order truck, nothing should happen. Not saying, there ain't going to be things that are out of your control, like if traffic wants to, bash into your trailer or, stuff like that, but I'm saying for the stuff that you can't control, your truck was in good working order. So, I mean, that at least you would know is, your truck's good. What shape was the other truck in, That's the whole question, I guess. But I don't really think it's going to end up mattering too much, because once it's repaired, I should say, once mine's repaired, it's all good to go. I mean, there's not much more I can do to there's not many more upgrades I really want to make to my truck, because it's pretty good shape. It's where I want it. So, I mean, there's not much more I can do. I definitely would like to spend or get a bigger garage, or not really sure which one I want to do. If I want to get just buy a bigger garage, or if I just want to, remodel the one I got. I don't know. Whatever option's cheaper is probably what I'll end up going with in the long run. But yeah, we'll get more, trucks on the road. I might even just make them Mack trucks too. I don't know. Might as well if because they're a little bit cheaper. But, it's generally not going to be all over cheaper, because, you're still going to have to provide, repairs and fuel expenses to every driver. But in the long run, it makes more sense to do the repairs now. But then everything's all set and everything's, fine. Nothing will happen, So. But yes, I probably will make a fleet of these Mack trucks. Probably the same color. Not really sure what I want to do with that, but it will have these headache racks on the back of them though. And the reason I do that is just in case anything flies, you know, up off the highway and get caught in my tire. At least it's not gonna go through, you know, the back window. So that's my whole reason on why this one has it. So there we go. Everything should be good to go. Okay, so we might as well see. There's only a couple upgrades that I want to kind of look at. I'm just checking out, like, you know, if there's another transmission that I can go with. Probably not. I mean, there's not a lot that I can do with it. I mean, I might as well check, because I just wanted to change, like, a few things here or there. I don't really want to change any of that. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking to see, I guess, what options I have. So, like, when I go to make fleet trucks, I can, you know, make the right decision. But I do have to probably... Yeah, I gotta change... I want to change that, at least. I don't necessarily want chrome. I'll take that. That looks pretty cool. Because I just don't like a lot of chrome on the truck. The chrome should be like the fuel tanks, the stacks, stuff like that. That's kind of where, you know, I feel, you know, front bumpers, grills, you know, that, all that sort of stuff. Even the rims, even if you want, I guess, to go that far with it. But other than that, that's how I'm saying. It's like, I don't want chrome everywhere on my truck. I'm not, you know, wanting to do that. So we just gotta get out of here. So when we get back out of here, we take a couple more turns, and then we can get the heck out of this town, and then we can start getting down to the highway. So it's gonna take a while to get to that. I could turn where it says to turn, or I could not. It just depends. I could, or I could just go straight and then just have a straight run. So I guess it just depends on what I want to do, I guess. It don't really matter to me either way. I'll be happy to do either one. So hopefully we can get it to work. So yeah, we just took that turn there because I figured why not. And then we're just going to take this turn up here. And then we should get on the main highway, I would assume. I would assume that's the main highway. I don't exactly know. I'm not familiar really with this town. I just delivered and then got another load, and now we're gonna get the heck out of here. So I mean, it's a good backhaul. That's, you know, pretty good. So I don't exactly know if, you know, whoop, wrong buttons. That's not what I wanted to do. And I don't know why this popped back up, because I never touched anything on here. But whatever. Because I can tell pretty much where I am by the gauge, usually. Or just by the sound of it. So it's like either or, I can tell where I generally am. So hopefully, you know, I can get this truck and trailer where it's gotta go, and then get this trailer off. Or not the trailer, but get this thing offloaded off my trailer, I should say. And we'll see what else, you know, we can get for a backhaul, because we're gonna get going here. I believe this is the main highway now that we returned onto. So that's a good sign. And we're just gonna, you know, get it up to speed as best we can. I mean, it should, you know, hopefully get there. I think it's gonna take a lot of time to get this truck up to speed again, which we now know, but, you know, it's kind of okay, because it's kind of easy. So it looks like it should be a pretty easy drive, and it looks like it's just going to be mainly straight for a while once we make this turn. It's going to be a long journey, but it should be easy. For this truck anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. See if I can get this truck to kind of roll up to where the line is. There we go. So I mean, it's working the way I want it. It just takes me a minute. But yeah, I kind of do like these old trucks. I don't know why, but I really do like them. I mean, it's fun to drive an old truck, so might as well, right? But yeah, we'll pretty much, let's see, 75 mile an hour, so that ain't gonna take long if I can get this truck up to 75. Heck, even 65 would be pretty good for this little low. Well, it does turn to 65. Well, okay. I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah, either way, like, once this truck gets up to that speed, it should be okay. It's just, you know, gonna take a minute to get to where we gotta go, but it always does. But yeah, I just hope we don't run into any bad weather or anything where we gotta go. Because if it's, you know, off the main highway, I'll be happy, you know, but if it's, you know, somewhere far off where there's, you know, a lot of dirt, that could be a problem. So I'm hoping for, you know, paved roads all the way to where this delivery takes us, but nobody can ever be for certain, right? Man, you get a little look, but it doesn't tell you whether it's paved or not. But, you know, I don't really mind either way. But this thing will get delivered, and then we'll see what we can get. Maybe next time, hopefully we get something different. You know, maybe I'll go get a different type of trailer or something. See what else I can get. I mean, that might be a possibility. I just don't know if I want to do that right today, though. We'll finish this load and see what we can get. I mean, if it ain't nothing, you know, interesting, then that'd probably be what I do. Is switch out some trailers. You know, I'll have to buy it, of course, but I'll customize it the best I can. So, we'll customize it so that it kind of matches, I hope. But we'll paint it the same color as the truck. I think that would be pretty cool. If we can do that. I don't know if there's a way to do that. So, we will definitely have to take some screenshots coming up, so I hope that we get to a spot where the highway kind of like isn't like, you know, so packed where I can, because that's the only thing is, I mean, you have to, you know, hit to go to the menu, you know, it could hit another car, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm thinking is, when I take a screenshot, I'll just make sure that it's, you know, late traffic, so nothing happens. But yeah, we're gonna have to, we'll stop and get a, you know, a couple screenshots, and then we'll finish this run, because I have a feeling that this run's not gonna be that long. I just thought, oh, dang, I didn't take one, you know, so eventually, before we deliver it, I probably will have to take a couple screenshots so we can have our thumbnail. But, you know, I thought that's the wrong button that I wanted, but it's alright. But yeah, it's pretty easy. Okay, now it's back up to 75 that it wants us. I don't know if we can get that though. So we get 65 pretty good. So we're just gonna leave it, and we're not really gonna mess with it too much. We're just gonna leave it do what it needs to do. Alright, so we're pretty much gonna see if we can make this delivery. I hope I can make it within the time. I mean, I'm just like kind of like blown aback by how, you know, much time I had on this job, but I'm hoping I can get it within the, you know, time and not have to pay any late fees or any damage fees. I don't want to pay anything like that. I just want to make it easy, nice, little simple run. So we're gonna see, you know, if that worked out the way I thought it did. It should, but you never know, right? But yeah, it's just been kind of an easy run so far. Just pretty much get up to speed, set the cruise, and just forget it. Set it and forget it. That's the way to describe it, I guess. So that's pretty much what we got going on with this. Is that it's just been set it and cruise, just let it go. But I want to see Yeah, I might as... Whoop, wrong one. I'm gonna go ahead and take those screenshots now. I might as well. Let's see. I don't really want to adjust any of that. There's not really much that I want to adjust. I just want to look and see like what if it will actually show them on, but it doesn't. You know, it's alright. I'm just kind of looking at the other options because I've never really looked at these options before, so I don't need any of those this time. Let's see, is there anything I really want to do? Not on that, because I have the controls that I need right now. Oh, there we go. That's what I kind of want. That's kind of a cool angle, though. I didn't put much roll on it because I was like, it's fine the way it is. Let's see. Can I get aimed up a little bit? There we go. And then we'll go over here and take another one. I usually take two, just in case I don't like the first one. I'm thinking either one of these I like. So, either one of those I like. So, we're gonna use either one of those. I'm not sure which one. We'll have to see, you know, which one's pretty good. But, yeah, they turned out pretty good, though. So, I kind of like that they added that mode. So, but I've never really looked at all the features in it. I've just usually just used it for like when I was taking, you know, thumbnails, but that's it. So, I mean, other than that, I really didn't mess with too much of that. But, you know, it does look pretty good though. So we're pretty much gonna take this, drop this load off, and I'm probably not gonna take any loads, and then next time we'll see about changing out some trailers. Or I'll probably do that off camera, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, is just change out the trailer to something else. Probably just regular, you know, box trailer, not a reefer unit, just a box trailer. So we should be okay. You know, stuff like that. This truck's pretty well built for dang near anything. So, it's pretty easy. Now they want me to go 70, which is okay, because I stuck it at 71. And I decided to slow up a little bit, just in case I had to turn, because I wasn't sure. GPS can be right here, can be a little tricky. And also there's a broken down car on the other side, so I had to slow down a little bit. I'll get over in this lane because it looks pretty clear. I don't know, maybe it's the next turn. I'm not really sure where I gotta turn, but it feels like I have a turn coming up somewhere, I would imagine. But I figured just to stay out in this lane for as long as, you know, I could. Because it looks like there might be a hill climb coming up eventually. So, that might be what we have, I don't know. Anything's possible, I guess. Yeah, not too bad, I guess. he's got like one of those little trailer movers. He's got a couple of those on that one beside us, but I don't know. We might move some loads. I just kind of, you know, get a variety of different loads, I guess. So, we're gonna change probably from this one, which will be pretty okay. And then, after that, we'll have to see what type of jobs we can get, because I don't know, you know, what jobs are available, because it only shows you for what trailer you have sometimes. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out, I guess, when we get to that point. Because I have a feeling that once we get, you know, a different trailer on here, we'll be okay. Hey, it's what I held last time. Just 3 of them. Oh, man. All the different, you know, plenty of different loads on this one, so I figured we might as well switch it up a little bit. Alright. So, we're gonna have to look at a map eventually, because I want to know how far out I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not far from the delivery at this point, but eventually I'm gonna open up the map to figure out where I am. Because I need to know. So, that'll be okay. And pretty much, once I figure out where I am on the map, that'll be pretty okay with me. Because what I'm hoping I can do is figure out how much longer I got to, you know, get there. Because it will also tell you that in the menu. So I hope that it's not like too much longer. Just because I want to get this thing, you know, a little bit ahead of time. But the truck's pretty much been staying at a constant speed most of the time. So I would say probably, you know, it'll probably be alright, but who knows. And there's only one person that knows, and it ain't me. If it will work the way I think it will. But we're gonna make sure that we can get this delivery there. I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough time in this delivery in case, like, you know, I gotta stop for gas or, you know, something happens. I want to make sure I have enough time, so we should have enough time, I would imagine, but so that's what I'm saying, is I like to make sure that I have double the allotted time sometimes, just in case I get stuck somewhere. So it looks like we're doing okay. I think this is where we're gonna have a big hill climb coming up eventually. So means that we might have to shift through gears again going up this hill, but I don't want to slow down right now because we're pretty much in the, you know, a flat where it kind of flattens out, and then it should go up and climb pretty steep if I remember this spot correctly. From other saves, this spot correctly right here. It's a pain in some of the regular trucks. I don't know what this truck's gonna do. Same load I got, bud. We'll have to see if it will, you know. But eventually it's gonna, you know, have a big hill incline, it looked like. Like when I took the job, that's what it looked like it did. It went up in elevation maybe a little bit. So, I'm guessing eventually there's gonna be a spot. I guess we can check the map now, though. Okay, where's it? Show us on the map. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's gonna be probably a big hill to get up there, I would imagine. Yeah, I crossed the borders without even knowing it, though. I mean, it's just nothing but highway, so, I mean, it's kind of hard to notice some things sometimes. But we're pretty close to getting there. Which I'm kind of happy about, because there's other loads that I would like to take. So, once we get to some, you know, different loads or a different trailer, I think once we get to that different trailer, we start accepting like different loads for that trailer for a while. You know, just to get a variety of different loads and goods, you know? I just think that's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't know if it is the best way to do it, but that's what I'm gonna go with, you know? So I hope, you know, that works out. I should say it should work out, but who knows if it ever does. But yeah, I just think that, you know, there's always like that part of you that thinks that there's always going to be a climb somewhere up a mountain, which is kind of true. I mean, it is kind of a climb up here. But this truck's actually handling it pretty dang well, so I'm surprised. And all we gotta do is just keep this constant speed right now, and we should be okay. You know what I mean? I mean, we got plenty of time from what I saw, so we're good. Got way over what I thought we had anyway, so we'll just have to make sure that kind of careful when we go up further up this hill, because you know, I don't want to wreck out or do anything. So right here's probably where there's going to be a climb right here, though. Alright, so let's see if we can get through the rest of this run here. Should be able to. We got a little bit of time before we get up there. But it's like I said, you know, this run right here in this section is pretty much where it's going to be basically a battle to get up the hill sometimes. Is that going to happen here? I have no idea, but it could. You know, where the lane over here is going to be used for, you know, trucks, if, you know, for slower traffic. It might happen eventually, or it might not happen, you know. Certain parts of this map, like, I don't know, I haven't been on it. But it looks like on the GPS, it looks like it's going to be okay, but I'm saying on this part where we're going, go back up. Because it looks like, yeah, we're going to be going up some, like, steep hills. It's kind of like what I'm concerned about right now. And the reason I'm concerned is just because, you know, it's going to be a battle to get up them. So, I don't know if we're going to have to get in this lane or not. We might have to. But I'm seeing like our speed and our RPM starting to drop pretty much. So, I'm going to see if I can slide in right behind this truck here. And we'll start regaining some speed here, momentum with it, hopefully. Because I'm just gonna run it as hard as I can to get up that hill again. Which means I gotta build my RPMs back up to get up this hill. This is pretty steep grade too. When you're on a downward side coming downhill, it won't matter too much. But when you're coming up, it's gonna matter. That's when you're pulling most of your weight up. Unless you're pulling an empty. I mean, then you're just pulling empty weight plus your truck up the hill. Same thing with trains. Like if you're pulling, you know, let's say, you know, 3 or 4 cars, you know, you're gonna be pulling that weight plus the train, you know. That's kind of what I'm going with. But it's still gonna be a pain to get up the hill. If we don't, you know, make the right shifts. I mean, it's gonna be a pain in the butt because then I'll have to work back through the bottom. Hopefully, it'll be alright. May or may not be. It may be easy and it may not be easy, you know, that's kind of the whole thing. But yeah, right now I'm starting to regain my RPMs pretty good. And it's just the speed that I have to, you know, now match behind it. So, yeah, I know I'm gonna have to bounce off that, but that's okay. Because the controller disconnected for a second there. I don't know why. Sometimes randomly does, sometimes. I didn't want it to then, but it did. So we should be getting pretty dang close to this delivery, I hope. There we go. I mean, now we're starting to kind of get back up in the RPM range that I want. It's going to take a while before I get a shift again. If I just kind of sit in this lane and just kind of stick where I am, we should be alright. Okay, we should be. I don't know. We should be alright, I would think. Alright. Yeah, it's what I kind of oversteer sometimes and I don't get it. I think we're gonna get pretty close to that offload. Looks like it's not this one, maybe the next one, maybe? I'm just looking at that GPS, it looks like it kind of goes to this next off-ramp up here. Is this going to be my off-ramp, or is it beyond that? It might be beyond that. Not exactly 100% sure. either way, it's still a pain. We're gonna get there. It's just gonna take us a while. So what I'm hoping is that, you know, we can get there, get this offloaded right away with, you know, minimal waiting, and not have a whole bunch of, you know, people waiting. So, I don't know. Depend on when I get there, that's probably what it's gonna depend on, I guess. Might be alright where we're at. If we stick right where we're at, we're okay. Yeah, let's look at the map again. Yeah, I'm pretty close. So, it's like I was thinking. So it's coming up then. Yep, this is my exit. Not this one, but the next one. Right here. This is my exit to get off. We're basically delivering right off the highway, which I kind of like, but we'll start slowing down once we get up here, so. There we go. Gotta now wait for it to be clear so that I can go, which it looks like it is. So pretty much this is gonna be the easiest run that I think I've ever made. Easiest offload anyway. Yeah, we're doing good. There we go. So once we get right up here, we're basically just gonna deliver. And then I gotta, you know, basically run this back to the company headquarters and see about purchasing another trailer. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I guess right now we should just think about getting this thing offloaded. Hopefully no problems with that. But yeah, I guess we'll find out, right? Yeah, here's where we're gonna go deliver right here. Alright. There we go. Let's see. I'm not really worried about the extra this time. But I will see you all next time.